Yes.
from the old version to the new version,
Sorry.
and you're able to use cheats and shit in it.
Somebody leave because of you.
Banished.
What was that?
I said, how do I
Somebody
convert
left
an
and said
old
that.
world to the new version so I'm able to use cheats in it?
You convert. What do you mean? It didn't order for me. Okay, people are here and I haven't got the chat out. Now I feel bad. I still can't believe
Like,
my stream won't function properly.
There's only 5 people in the game. Earlier there was like 20.
I'm trying to convert the world and it won't let me use commands, but I have commands
Okay then.
activated.
G'day everyone. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to
not
stream,
stream.
because last time I streamed decided to commit crash, the stream before that committed bad. Hopefully this time it will stay here. G'day,
Commit
how are you?
crash.
Yes, it committed crash, so what? That makes sense.
Die.
It does.
Exactly, you can't say anything about it, it just does. You left to look at something and came back and it ended, fair enough. Fair enough. For some reason my game, it wasn't my internet or anything, my game decided to, you know, that you don't have enough space, we don't want to save anything, so you have to delete worlds to continue playing, please. Yeah, please delete, please delete your worlds that you value a lot, because, you know, trust me, you really need it.
The struggle of having a world that's over a gigabyte worth of space.
Then you know what? For I had to delete a very old world, I'll probably regret deleting in the next, you know, in the next few months. Which, you know, which I'm probably gonna yell at myself in the next, you know, few months for deleting that world because I wanted to continue this world. So don't worry.
And then this world's no longer gonna be used soon.
Uh-huh. This is only going to be used until the end of the coronavirus, basically. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and tower up on this. I'm gonna... What was that? Oh yeah, wait. Wait, you guys should go over there and fight the end, finish off the end, try find the Ender Dragon, finish them off, because the end crystals are destroyed.
Your shulk is so bad.
Yeah, because we're running out of storage in our Ender chest, I believe, right?
Yeah. My whole in the chest is full.
Wait, you...
Yeah, you should do that and try to get, you know, at least me the Elytra, so I can go over there and get Elytras for all of us later. Or you can go... what are the chords? I believe I have it, actually. I have no idea if it actually is it, but, you know, I'll go ahead and check it. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and tell you. So, I write this down, Eternal, since it's on a notepad on my computer. -768. +68. +447. That I've no idea. That's just the coordinates I have here. You can go ahead and check it, because it has to be something important at least, right? If it's why would I write something down and it won't be important? So you may as well check it out what it is, since I have no idea what it is. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, that's the surface of the stronghold. That's like a surface. The village is like right above it. That was like the surface. Like someone found it and instantly told me the coordinates. See you, studio. This is going to take a while for me to tower up in the 4x4. I should have done a 5x5 instead. It's 9:20 AM over there. Well, then it is 2:50 a.m. over here.
And it's 5:21 p.m. here. Not AM. PM.
Hey, I didn't realize you joined, Alika. Wait, it's Yee. G'day, Yee. Long time no see. How are you? How's life been going?
Yeah.
Oh my lord, somebody is doing that big like miney thingy.
Huh.
Is that you, Banoshed, up there?
Well,
Yep.
I'm not able to.
I'm gonna fortune pick all of this, by the way. It's gonna be annoying.
Okay.
Don't worry, I still have several stacks of ores in my inventory.
Okay. Wait, several stats.
See you only now? Oh wait, wait, do you have something? Did you join because you have to do something? Something that, and because of that something you can't rejoin again, is it that sort of thing? If so, well, that will suck. Fine, I'll remove the shield. Actually, this will be faster. I don't trust myself, so I'm just gonna do this. Why do I have so much coal? Like, guys, have a look at this.
Did you see the person that made the 0
It's a
6,
public thing.
sugarcane farm?
So, guys, what do you think of my tower of ores?
I'm gonna come see. Holy guacamole.
Right now, I'm gonna fortune pick all this. By the way, imagine how much coal I'll get. Don't worry, I still have coal to place. Yes, I got. This is my last. I'm on my last stack right now. It has no damage spare. I mean, I think it'll be full by. Oh, by the way, imagine the fortune on the redstone at the bottom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I still have some gold in my inventory. So can one of you guys smelt that? Throw it down there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I got lucky. I got 3 emeralds from one.
Did you?
I'm just gonna crouch this. Never mind, I'm gonna go all the way in. Already got a stack of coal from the first few layers. I wanna see the amount of blocks. Yeah, big tower. You're on 2.8? Well then, congrats on your 2.8k subs, mate. How do you feel? Not gonna lie, these fortune pickaxes are huge. Like, I had 3 emeralds, right?
Yeah.
And that instead of giving me 3 emeralds, it gave me 7.
Yeah. I'm gonna collect all.
Yeah, thanks. It's actually actually makes a big effect. It won't really affect me because I'm only gonna keep 3 stacks of coal like to myself, and the rest will go to you guys. So it does actually benefit you guys doing this.
That's a lot of redstone. I'm gonna light it up. Ah, creeper! Oh man.
So,
I got like.
how much coal? So I nearly. Wait, no, I'll be only taking 2 stacks of coal blocks, just in case if I need a, need it out of a random situation, right? And eventually, I'll probably have a whole entire shulker box full of coal blocks, just in case. But you guys have the rest of this. I reckon with this, I could Especially looking at this from one mining session. Oh
You've
god,
been mining for the whole stream.
I mean, yeah, mining is literally the best way to sit down, chill, and talk to people, you know?
Yeah. I like building as well.
Yeah, it's great. Cause I know I'm definitely going to, hit, well, at least be somewhere on YouTube, you know? It's kind of cool to know. I've sort of just been sitting down, chilling, doing whatever, and some reason all you guys have been subscribing. It makes sense from the graphs, but I don't get from this. You know, the only thing I'm doing is sitting down talking to you. Is Fan here? He wasn't here. I'll have him over 1 million subs, bro. I'm not, and that's never gonna happen, trust me.
If you do, you'd make a lot of money. Mainly from donations when you're streaming.
I mean, the more I grow, the more I get recommended more. Yes, but isn't that specifically, you know? Don't worry. No, raging. That is a huge achievement to reach your first, 100 subs or whatever. That's a huge achievement on YouTube. Like, most people disagree. But I see that as a huge thing, especially for most channels. Because roughly, literally, only 3 million, not 3 million, that's a under exaggerate, over screen. Literally, it's around 10 or so million out of the 2 billion users signed into YouTube has ever reached 100 subs.
No.
And if you managed to do that, congratulations, mate. Did better than over 1 billion people. It's a huge thing, mate. So before you say it's not big, it is massive. It's a massive achievement.
You wanna know what else that's a massive achievement?
I'm just being straight up honest. It is a massive achievement. Most people see it as something small, but when they look at the numbers and analytics, it's a massive achievement. It literally is. And barely anyone on YouTube gets over 0 subs.
How much did you get from that?
Barely anyone on YouTube.
I mean, a lot of people on YouTube have a million subscribers compared to before. I'll say that. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot more people under you compared to above. But so before you say anything else about, this, I know this isn't much. It's a massive achievement. I mean, fair enough, everything too. But you know what I mean. It's just before you say that, it is a massive achievement. Most people would love to have those type of numbers.
I got it.
How much redstone did you get from that? Oh, stuff.
It's big when you look at the numbers comparing to overall. So, I'm gonna start putting the spare ores I don't need in that chest right over here if you ever need it. The chest right in front of the furnaces. So that includes the redstone and coal and all that.
There we go.
That's a lot of cool, interesting.
I mean, yeah,
Hey, Ben.
it's true. I'm a person that checks things by fact. And never. That's what I was told, at least. It's a possibility. There could be one. There could be 1 or 2 left. I'm not 100% aware because I never went to the end. I was just told that. Anyway, so with me, I like to check the facts on things, right? And those over there are the most accurate numbers to what channels that we know that currently exist on YouTube. When it comes to numbers. And all we know is there's 2 billion users signed into YouTube. And roughly half a billion people are registered online and being recorded. Mainly because those people have at least 5 subscribers. And you having amazing. Like, you know, tell me anything and whatever. Like, I'll go ahead and make a positive out of it. Like, if you have 1 subscriber, you have more subscribers than still probably over a few hundred million people in the world. Everything can be turned into a positive. Even something like, oh, I only have this amount of subscribers on YouTube. We currently don't have Neverwar. Why is that? Exactly, Social Blade will tell you. Like, I could go there and look at Cupid's little stats and see where Cupid is placed on YouTube. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now, just for example, because Cupid has like wait, is it 40 subs? Yes, 40 subs.
I have 21.
And now with that, now Cubic's gonna be. I'm gonna use your channel as an example. Which, don't worry, it should be fine. It's nothing much. Just keep in mind, 2 billion channels are signed in YouTube, and oh wait, never mind. That's to be determined. So apparently that's a bad example because YouTube hasn't recorded enough information on your channel. What about Dang? Dang should be fine. Yes, Dang. Dang only has 1 subscriber less than Cubic, right? And they are ranked at 23,800,000 in the world on YouTube, with a platform with over 2 billion users signed into it. That's insane. And you say, which? Oh, why am I ranked? I know I'm ranked 18th K in Australia. Which there's a lot signed in Australia, obviously, but that's all I know. I'll go ahead and check myself. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Banoshed. So yeah, so Cubic, if I would say if that would up to date, I would say it would be at least the 22nd millionth most subscribed person on YouTube. With me, currently I'm 2,400,000 most subscribed on YouTube, which is insane.
How much iron and gold do you get?
Exactly. Like, you know, even if people may look at my sub counts like, oh, it's low or whatever, or anyone's sub count say that. Here's the thing, mathematically, majority of our sub counts are higher than billions of other people. Well, billion and a few hundred million people in the earth. I said signed in users. Which says that. I mean, no one's going to subscribe to everyone just because they watch a video. Let's see, sure thing, I'll go ahead and look it up right now. Because if you're curious, I'll get whatever information you want. Whatever can at least inspire you to do YouTube or continue where you're at, which you guys should. I'll do whatever it takes, mate. I'll go ahead, support you, do whatever you need, mate. Which, you know, my shoutouts aren't very helpful, but I'll go ahead and help with whatever. which your friend is ranked at 9,576,000 in the world. That's insane, knowing that your friend beat probably over 2 billion people with that number. That's insane. Like, if anyone likes to know that analytics, I'll be more happy to tell them right now. At least those have analytics. I'll go ahead and tell you, and hopefully with those analytics, I'll show you the positive on them, and hopefully it can help you, or just inspire you to do YouTube yourself at a, you know, more professional, whatever rate, you know. I don't care. As long as it can help you, they'll do.
Okay.
Have you seen the 0 texture?
No! Fuck!
So did those cords lead to a village? By the way, and just letting you know, the portal was disconnected from any tunnel leading to it. So I have to try and find a hole that leads to the tunnel. G'day, Trinix. How are ya?
Game rule.
You like to know where you're at? Sure thing. I'll go ahead and do it right now. Here's the thing. If you haven't been recorded yet, there'll be a high chance that it won't show. Like, if you have 5 subscribers, I can add you onto the list, and like in the next few months, it'll show. Like, for example, no one else ever searched up your channel before, so your channel won't show. Channel won't show information. But of that, I would say you would have maybe around 30 to 40 millionth in the world. It depends, you know. You're joining? Sick. What about you? I'll go ahead and check right now.
No break.
Give me your sugar. I need food sources, please.
Serve Max. Currently he's at 5.8 millionths in the world with Max. Which is Social Blade growth with, you know, all around growth around on YouTube in total is 2 millionths. So, you know, this website ranks him 2 millionths in YouTube growth. Now don't tell me that's not insane.
That's not insane.
If you're curious about mine is 1.7 millionths in growth. Which, if you're curious, our YouTube gaming content, which there's a lot of YouTube gaming, right? That category. When it comes to YouTube gaming, I am the... But this is with growth, subscribers, views, everything's being compared, right? So everything's being compared. So with me, I'm the 225,000th best in YouTube gaming. No, 200,000. Yes. Yeah, it's insane. Like, I'll go ahead and do finishes thing. You might watch. Fair enough. Like, I'll go ahead and check his rank right now. Whatever analytics you guys want, and whatever you need, I'll go ahead and tell you. Which, if you're gonna look at finisher, he is the 2.7 millionth most subscribed channel on YouTube, and he's the 3.8 millionth most in growth on YouTube. It's insane. And I'll go ahead and check green, which, you know, green is a way bigger number. Sure thing, Alien. I'll check your rank. Your
I've got golden carrots.
Here's the thing, the future predictions, they can help you out, but they're not accurate, so I don't recommend doing them. Alien, your channel cannot be compared since you only have 3 subscribers, sadly. If they did it for everyone, including if they did it for every channel, including ones with, like, you know, that amount, there'll be way too much information on that one site for it to record everything at once, you know. Sadly, there isn't anything. Yes, 9 million. Which I'm gonna get Green's thing right now. So currently Green's rank is 2000th in the world. So he's in the top 2000. He's nearly in the top 2000th in subscribers, nearly in the top 3000s in views, and nearly in the top 2000s in growth. Which, you know, if none of you guys find that insane, I don't know what would make you guys happy with any of this. Like, you know, like these analytics, what I'm telling you is just insane. G'day, Domino, how are you? Like, you know, I like analytics, as you could tell from my graphs, right? I like checking them out. I like seeing where everyone's placed and all that. And from knowing all this and going all this, I can check this and that and find and just find things which make people want to continue YouTube, and knowing
Banished.
that they have a better chance than most people. Yes.
You gotta up the world limit.
I forgot to. Which, you know, it's crazy to think that, you know, a individual creator, PewDiePie, managed to beat every company and pretty much everything, even if there are millions, there are hundreds of thousands to a million of them. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, they spam, like, those things spam accounts on anything. It's crazy. It's set to max to 30 now. I forgot to change it earlier.
How do we have a stuff?
So, anyway, guys and streams, for those who want to do YouTube and all that, hopefully I've inspired at least a group of you to continue what you're doing.
Shit, you kind of inspired me.
Like, you know, the only thing I'm
Okay.
showing you is just straight up facts and how things are like on YouTube altogether. Any tips for you? The only thing I can say to you is just, well, do whatever you want. Be you. People, if you want to go ahead and stream, just sit down, be you, don't be anyone else. Otherwise, eventually, all the viewers you gain will leave you. And that is, you know, true. So just sit down and be you. That's all you gotta do.
You might have to restart the one, no man.
Anyway.
I'm able to join.
Okay. So I think I went slightly too long of that little inspiration stuff.
I think this.
Yes and no.
You know, like it did its, like, you know, it obviously, you know, helped. Obviously got you kind of inspired, right? Which
Right.
I find, which, you know, which that's also a bigger thing. Which I'm at the current state, even if I'm not the biggest, I can at least, you know, inspire humans. Inspire humans to continue doing things by just showing them, you know, pure facts, instead of like most people saying, oh, it's possible, I did it, so that. Like they said I did it, so you can do it, which is fair enough. But those people never show the analytics and, you know, proof that you can do it, right?
Right.
So hopefully by showing this information, it proves that some of you guys actually have a chance. Like listening to
Let's check
50% music. You want me to check yours, or you want to check it? You have 1.1k. Well, congrats on that.
Let's check my sub count real quick. My sub count. Fuck. No. Fuck, they're so hard to check on my phone. My sub count is 14.
Don't worry, it's fine. Your sub count's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's at least, I say at least, there's at least I would say 500 million accounts on YouTube that doesn't have a single subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
And at maximum I would say, you know, a billion or so.
Right.
It's somewhere between that range. But I can't really get you an accurate number since it's always constantly changing every day.
Right.
You know, but that's
Well,
roughly how it's
day
at the
and, like,
moment.
Kinda every second.
Yeah. That's how much it would be roughly right now. And just to think you can literally be and that's probably probably at least one quarter of the world's well, technically you already beat 1/4 of the world's population because their sub count's so low their channel doesn't exist.
Right.
Anyway, time to do that. I'd say you beat at least one quarter of YouTube by just having those 14 subscribers alone. Which that's a big number. Like YouTube has an account. YouTube is a whole type thing with over 2 billion channels signed in, and you beat one quarter of that. One quarter of that at least. Well, actually, it'll be 2 or 3/4 with what I just said. But still, you beat such a big percentage of that by just having a small 14 that most people see as a hopeless channel.
Right.
And that's probably because they never actually look at the analytics. It's like, oh, it's only 14, so what?
I've never thought about even looking at the analytics to try and like inspire myself to do.
Sorry, what was that?
Shit. Like I said I've never really looked at the analytics and shit of YouTube to try and like inspire myself.
I mean, it works. Obviously, as you can tell, I do it for myself. I go ahead and I look at all the analytics. I mean, I'm kind of forced to because, graphs. But anyway, I look at everyone's analytics. Even if needed, which this gives me a reason to, because of recent things. It's fine. Yep. I still can't believe that majority of people on YouTube doesn't even have a single subscriber though.
That's crazy.
That's like especially because that's because I would say around 1/8, not probably 1/9 the world's well, not 1/9, probably 1/7 or 1/8 of the world's population is signed off YouTube. So literally PewDiePie or whatever is beating literally 1/8 the population at most. Which I wonder how does that feel to know that they pretty much beat just a 1/8 of the world's population, if not a quarter.
How many subs does he have?
He has isn't it 1.4 now? 1.4 mil? Wait, no, 104 mil. PewDiePie's at. PewDiePie's at 103 mil. Which what surprises me? Wait, a channel recently surpassed PewDiePie? Wait, man, why has no one updated this?
Right, why hasn't the internet blown up about that?
It says PewDiePie's fourth is oh, never mind. It's YouTube movies. They have gained a random spike in subscribers. Okay, that makes sense. Oh wait, why is that Coco Melon channel with how did that's 88 that's 77.7 million subs?
It's because all of the little kids and shit that subscribe on their parents' phones and all different accounts and shit, that's why. That Coco, oh my god. High schoolers also use it for fucking memes and shit.
Fair.
It's so fucking stupid. My friends use it for memes and shit.
Made a video, sick.
AIDS.
How do you join? You just join through Microsoft. Basically, you know, add you add me. If you'd like to know what my username is, just do ! user in chat. So, how does it feel that you're actually somewhere compared to, you know, just hundreds of millions of people online, Phoenix?
Actually feels great.
Yeah, which, actually now I'm curious,
I might hop on Call of Duty or Overwatch something later and maybe stream. I did a 2.5 hour live stream of fucking Overwatch doing nothing, bored out of my mind the whole time, but you know what?
Fair enough.
Gave myself the courage for that 2 hours to stream, and I think before that one of my longest streams was only like 40 or 50 something minutes, so I mean that's a big jump from 40 to 50 to fucking 2.5 hours.
I mean, as everyone knows, just because you're in a bigger place compared to most people, it doesn't mean you have 100%. But if you don't take your advantage of your current place like I did. I did exactly a year and 5 days ago. If I didn't take advantage of my placement of 26 subscribers, I would have not even hit my first K or be where I'm at right now.
Dang. How many K are you at now?
I'm at I believe am I 4.8K? I believe. Is it 4.8? Which, you know, which is crazy to think if I didn't decide to, you know, stream take advantage of that still. It's just, I would be nowhere online.
Right.
Well, nowhere till, at least currently. And not only that, I would have missed an opportunity of meeting probably tens to hundreds of thousands of people already. Which, you know, which I'm thankful I, you know, didn't give up that opportunity, because I'd hate to know I missed out on an opportunity to do that.
Right.
So anyway, stream. This is probably going to be the last time I'll mention this till, you know, anyone else has mentions anything about, you know, sub counts or whatever. It says, oh, my channel isn't much, sort of thing. But just remember, I'm on Bedrock. No matter what place your channel's at, you always have someone ahead of you. Even if you have 0 subscribers, you can gain 1 subscriber to be ahead of hundreds of millions of channels by just going from 0 to 1. No matter where you're at, you could always surpass at least one channel by gaining a single subscriber, and because of that, you should go ahead and, you know, at least attempt to, or just get some people or friends or families or whatever to go ahead and, you know, support you by that, you know, 1 sub or whatever.
Have you ever seen that that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick changed the number from a 1 to a 0 in the federal bureaucracy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, fuck. How was I going to relate this? I don't know, I forgot. But, yeah, I was gonna relate it some way. If people understand what the hell I'm talking about, then, yeah. But, I'm so lost now. I was going to relate it to that somehow, because you said, like, 0 to 1 or some shit like that, right?
Mhm.
You said something like that, and then I thought of that, and I was going to relate it, but then it flew out of my mind, and now I can't think.
Fair enough. And again, normally looking at these type of analytics can also lead to into. I mean, like everything, every gig's pros and cons, right? So me saying this could, either help someone, but it can also lead into something bad or whatever, which is always a negative.
Right. There's always a negative side on everything, but,
Yeah.
we
So
just
that
named it. Oh, shit.
the negative. The negative thing is about how much people, like, ahead of you, how much more attention they get compared to you, once you look at those analytics. That's the downside, looking at comparing yourself with analytics. Which most people look at that compared to, where you're at currently. Because they much rather, see what other people have and say, oh my god, they're like this. Like, take it as inspiration, or take it as a, they're just shit on YouTube or whatever. Which, obviously, according to analytics on YouTube, most people see that as like, oh my god, this person has way more subs to me, and they do the same thing as me and gains more views. Why should I
They
do
took
that?
their chance when they had it.
Mhm. It's like, yeah, it's like if you with this you can go ahead and say this and that, but the reason they have it is they took the chance when they had the chance to, use this content to be, original or whatever. Which that's a lot of things in channels, like most things, it's hard to be original on YouTube because the originators are, it's pretty much made it die because it's no longer a thing anyone does. What's a good example for that? What's a good example of something that forgot what it's called. Forgot what the thing is called. I was thinking of something that I forgot its name. But I guess you could get what I mean like that. Like there's something that originated something, but because of that, people know what the end result, whatever is like no anymore.
Mhm.
Like a science, I guess like a like a science experiment, right? Like it's exciting through the first few times you do it, right? Then after a bit, it gets boring because you already know the end result.
Right.
With knowing that knowing it, if people can find it interesting, they'll find original content better for a bit, and that means you ruined it for the next person who does it, which must suck to think of that for original content. I mean it's true. I want at least me knowing that if I do my own original content, I know unless it's gonna have a different result like every single time I do it, it's not gonna be entertaining, which is why Minecraft is such a popular thing to play. Because it always has a random result with worlds, how people play and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird to think that depending on what type of content you do that's original, you can ruin that possibility for other people. Like, I guess so. Like, for example, the PewDiePie versus T-Series thing, right? I'm just going to use this as an
Mhm.
example. It's not the best example, but you know, when it first came along, it's like, oh my god, look at these amazing things. It's good, but after a while, looking at those analytics, you just sort of go, yeah, okay, cool. This happened, but according to the new information, this is nothing new. According to the old information, all
Mhm.
the stuff they show me is nothing new, and they eventually, you know, click off, and anyone else who does the sub count graph will lose those people that think that, you know, oh, this is boring, there's something new, because someone else has already
Right.
showed that information. Does that make
I'm
sense?
on mine. Yeah.
What was that, Phoenix?
So I'm just gonna mine all these furnaces real quick to check and see if there's anything in them,
Fair enough.
and then I'll place them all back down and
Anyway, I'm just going to avoid this whole entire thing now, because, you know, it's definitely lost, because, you know, most people has definitely lost interest over it. I extended it way too much. And threw way too much information. Probably people's like, ah, oh, cool, interesting. It's like, stop it already, Banoshed. You already explained this like 5,000 times in the last 5 seconds.
yeah.
Anyway, so I apologize for that, guys. I just had to, at least, you know, go ahead and do that rant, because, you know, what I mean, I see that so much. Is, you know, it's so like, yeah. Now the only topics I can think of is controversial. If not controversial, it's just, you know, that most people would disagree because they're a part of that side. Which, wait, no, that's the short meaning. But never mind. Anyway, so, any ideas on anything we can talk about? Because I'm completely fresh out of ideas.
Fuck. I don't know. What is it? What type of wood is this?
Wait, did I somehow came up...
Uh,
I started streaming at 9 PM and it's 2 AM right now. Somehow I managed to think of at least something to talk throughout those hours. What the hell? That's weird. Brain, stop being...
Damn.
Stop brain. I don't like it. It's weird.
Your brain is keying you up.
I mean, wait, outside? Outside in Minecraft? Okay, I was gonna say, if it's real life, then look out the window. I don't know. Hmm. 7 likes already? Sick. How did you... Let's see, how did I meet my first girlfriend? I met my first girlfriend by joking around as a stupid, like, primary school kid, saying, oh my god, here's my love notes to these candies we had in Australia called love notes. Just handed them to random girls. Yes, like, here, have my love note. I mean,
Kind of like saying, "Hey, here's my heart. Please don't fuck it up."
But you know what this thing that sucked about that somehow worked. Which I don't get. How'd that work? How did I start a relationship by giving a girl candy that's called love notes?
Don't know. Women are crazy, man.
I mean, you gotta go. Okay, then see you later. Which, you know, which I have a love story. Well, not a love stories. I have like I have a very ranty story about one of my exes. So I was afraid for a second. It's like, oh, thank God that's not my first girlfriend. Hmm.
I'm gonna need
here's the thing. I was at primary school. I was like 6 while not 6, probably 9 or so while I was doing it. So I did not know what the hell was happening. It's like, so I pretty much walked up to my, cousin's like, hey, can you help me? And she overheard, it's like, yeah, you broke my heart, I'm gonna break up with you, sort of thing, That's how that ended, and it lasted for around a week. So the basic primary school relationship. Or just the high school relationship in general. That's just school relationships in general. Lasts around a week, then it ends.
That's facts.
It's either that or you date for 2 weeks, break up, then come back together a day after, then continue that for around a month. Then say you guys dated for a whole month. That's what I see a lot in high school. What about you?
I said that's happened to me.
Oh really? I was a part of that as well, except mine delay was like, we'll last for around like 3 or so months, then then there'll be some sort of problem, then we'll avoid each other for like 2 months and come back together then to a point where it's like no. From the last reason you broke up with me was no, so I'm gonna go away. Which, by the way, the reason was like, oh, you're streaming too much, how dare you? Which, I'm doing that to her, and it's like, going up to me, it's like, oh my god, you work too much, sort of thing,
Yeah, that's stupid.
Which, I get if it's a time thing, but if you're gonna go ahead and say that excuse, then, oh yeah, the thing that really annoyed us, like literally a week after, I got annoyed at my family, so I decided to go do the Running Man,
The Running Man.
I did a Running Man for like literally 30 minutes and came back, because I just needed to chill a little bit.
Man?
It's basically I just ran away from home for like 30 minutes and walked back. And then the worst thing is, somehow her parents found out, and then her parents told her, and then after that she told the whole school, because I broke up with her. Well, she broke up with me because of that reason. Which is... No, because of the things. So basically she broke up with me, and I decided to do the Running Man for like 30 minutes and come back. And then suddenly, now the whole entire school knows, and asking questions constantly for like the next week, because because she has no privacy on anything, and that happens when you say gossip little thing. Which I'm happy, which I said no for like the when I finally said no when she asked to come back. Which I found that very weird. I did the first few times like, okay, she's just confused, she doesn't know to come back or not, so go ahead and let chance and all that, but it's like, after it's like, nah. Have you had anything weird like that?
What?
But here's the thing, most of them was just broke up. One of them from just me being a clueless primary school student. Well, just a 9-year-old in general. And the other one was just because the other one couldn't handle my streaming thing.
Women are stupid as hell. I feel like that's my fucking motto. I say it all the goddamn time.
True.
Women are stupid, so fucking stupid.
Here's the thing, I don't say women are. I say the ones that you use men for certain things and break up for some reasons are stupid. Not the whole population of women.
If you think about it, I would say 80% of the population of females are fucking stupid.
His, I would say roughly 80% of venomous females are stupid.
Okay.
Since
I
they,
get that.
since they fight things which don't exist, like the wage gap. Since they're not comparing the same jobs, they're comparing average males and females over page is saying, oh, this is happening, you know. Like, you know, example, they're comparing a mother that works at a bakery to a man who works at a mines for a living. Like that sort of comparisons.
That is not evenly compared at all.
Uh-huh.
I said that's not evenly compared at all.
I mean, you know, those I agree with some of their arguments. It's ridiculous how people go like, oh, you have to do this and that to be a girl, sort of thing. But you know, it's just when you go if you go that far, when you show this sort of information, say, oh, it's old jobs, no matter what you work, even if those articles never said that in the first place, then I start disagreeing. Like I go with this. As you know, I go things and try to be as least biased as possible. I go with the least biased route. Even if I'm slightly biased, I try to be least biased as possible. Like, you know, maybe there are some countries in the world where it happens, but not in Australia.
Right.
And the pay gap. The pay gap, the only point when the pay gap exists is when you're comparing a miner to a baker. So, someone that cooks food, someone that cooks bread, that, you know, that, I guess you technically have a risk at baking or burning yourself. I mean, at least you technically can argue there is a risk of baking, right? But you're comparing that to someone who can literally, you know, die any moment by doing that. Same thing with construction. They compare those type of humans with, you know, construction workers. Which one, you know, I argue most construction workers are still very underpaid. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Especially that, you know, thanks to a construction worker, we can actually live in a home. So that, if anything, not the land. If anything, I reckon the part, you know, the par amount of the rent, whatever you pay, should go to the, at least, you know, the construction worker, you know. And again, that's my opinion. I know that will never work in the real world.
True.
But you know,
again, they're just told what to do and they just do it.
fair enough. I mean, they're the one that did all the physical work. They just followed the plan. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the most, now of curiosity, what's the most underpaid job you can think of?
That's difficult.
There's a lot out there. What about retail? Like, you know, not like retail, like, you know, Coles or whatever, like straight up retail, like the ones you'll see at a vacuum cleaner store where they show you the products and they have to try to be entertaining.
You think those people are underpaid?
Here's the thing. Like my father, right? He's very good at it. In fact, they ranked it. My father works at retail. He's been, in fact, been ranked best in South Australia at retail. And he gets paid.
Been ranked best in Australia.
South Australia. Anyway, and with that, and he gets paid less than the average. He gets paid less than some of the highest retail workers in South Australia. Which, you know, I personally find that buttocks, but, you know, whatever. Especially that my father struggles a lot with, you know, struggles a lot financially.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I reckon those people, like, maybe not the people that goes like, this vacuum cleaning stuff like that, but the far majority of them are actually, you know, good and underpaid. Like, have you ever, like, gone up and talked to a you know, like one of those people and actually, you know, bothered to listen to their products and, you know, actually pay attention to how good at a job they are and they get paid for such a low amount?
Never found a retailer to ask some though.
I mean, I get to meet a lot of people with that since my father talks to a lot of people in retail. Like, I mean, he was literally so good. Like, the manager literally, like, you know what? You clearly are better at this than me. Here's the, like, he literally has the ownership of the current store he's in right now. That's how good he is. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
And like, you know, that, like, those sort of people are very underpaid when it comes to retail. And that's the far majority of them when it comes to retail, because I see a lot of people like that. And again, you could argue the same thing for anything. There's a lot of things that I know that sounded weird to you, like, you know, retail being underpaid, but, you know, that's my reasons. Because I've seen, you know, personal experience with, well, personal experience of my father, and, you know, how he's at, and how he's ranked in South Australia compared to other people in South Australia. I know I'm comparing my father a lot here, but still, there's a lot more people in the world who's a lot better than him at it. He's getting paid way less than my father. Sick. Who? There's with a lot of things you could argue, a lot of things are underpaid. Retail workers is not the most underpaid thing. I'm just saying that I would say that would be up there from comparison to people.
Hello, Banoshed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a dangerous job that's very underpaid? Would you? It's like, would you? I would say construction workers would definitely be up there.
Yeah.
But there has to be something more. What about farmers?
Oh yeah, farmers. Most definitely.
Like, they get a lot of money, but for what they do to, you know, the world and what they give and all that, especially, have you seen how cheap they give it to those, like, you know, to the supermarkets and all that? How cheap they give the food?
Yeah.
Like, you can literally buy the bag of potatoes for like 50 cents over there.
I'm back.
50 cents Australian, that is. Especially they have to farm all those potatoes themselves. And sell them. They make a profit by the end of it, but they're hella underpaid.
Right, they're not getting paid for the hard labor work that they do.
They get paid for how much they sell.
Right, not the fucking labor and all the hard work that they had to do to make sure it was right and everything.
Oh yeah, coal mining would be very underpaid.
I think mining in general.
It's just anything physical, you know. Anything that includes any sort of physical action, most of them are very underpaid.
Right.
I'm back. Somebody said, hey midget, I'll say hey back.
Like, you know, I may love PewDiePie and all that, but my opinion, I reckon he from what he hints at, I can't get the exact numbers, he's a little bit overpaid, you know. Just like, he deletes those videos instantly. He said it himself. Basically, from what he said, it's like he said 50 million this year. What? You think I get paid that much? Nah, mate. Why do you think I get paid at this amount? This amount, like, it's, you know, it's like a way undershot. Like, you know, like from the sound of that, he gets overpaid. Yeah, teachers are very underpaid as well. Majority of things are underpaid when it comes to jobs. But in my opinion, a harder thing to find an overpaid thing, that would be harder.
Overpaid basketball. Overpaid sports in fucking general. Like,
What about what about the
$7 million a year?
I won't exactly agree because some sports they do have a lot of risks.
Okay,
But you know, if it's
baseball, yes.
if it's something like tennis or whatever, then I can understand that. But if it's like, you know, baseball, like, you know, the American football, because I see that as a very rough sport,
Yeah.
then I can understand. But the far majority of sports, I see them, you know, underpaid. Oh, wait, overpaid, my bad.
Yeah.
What's the oh yeah, what's a job that pays very well that isn't very common?
Amazon? Working for
Like-
Amazon.
Like, you know, no one would think of. What do you think it would be?
No.
Surgery?
Yeah.
Isn't that like the third thing people normally think of?
Yeah.
Maybe?
My carrots have grown.
Don't know that.
I'm such a good farmer.
Isn't the lawyer... Wait, no, I guess it makes sense now. Lawyer's very hard. NFL player? Are you sure about that one?
NFL is American football.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't sure if you knew.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware. What's the... When it comes with, like, you know, like any sort of... Out of curiosity, like, it's just... Like, you know, right now we're just sort of, like, you know, saying all this. While we didn't do topic of careers and, you know, when we move into something else... Before we move into something else out of nowhere, the one thing is... For an age of a teenager, what do you think would be the easiest and best job to apply for? You know, I obviously don't need this, but I'm curious what you guys think.
Fast food. Honestly, fast food's not that hard to work, and that's money. So...
Okay, that's fair. I mean, my opinion, oh yeah, that reminds me, I think fast food, I think when it comes, at least half the fast food, you know, places, they, you know, overpay a little bit, you know? because they, and it depends who you are, really. If you're very good at your job, they probably underpay you. But if you're like the average employee, I see it's like, hey, welcome to McDonald's. McDonald's, what do you want today, sort of thing. Like, very boring. You're most likely, I'd say you're overpaid. No offense to anyone that's like that. It's just, that's just my opinion.
Right.
Banoshed, do you want to go mining?
You know what?
No.
Why my sister worked at that? I found she apparently according to what she said, I reckon her manager has to be highly underpaid, even if the manager is paid 2 times more than, you know, normal manager. She told basically once some guy came up to rob, right? And the man came out with a gun to rob McDonald's for some reason, right? I've no idea if this is true or not.
Badass people.
Yeah, I've no idea if it's true or not, but you know, this is what my sister said. Apparently the manager literally walked up and said, "Can you leave the store? Get out of here." get out of here, or call the police, like directly at his face, like directly, like straight face, while this guy's pointing a gun at the manager. Like, imagine how much balls you must have to do that. Yeah.
Talk about fucking down to China.
Like, that, like, I don't care what you say, that manager must be underpaid as fuck.
Alright.
I mean, if anything, McDonald's should just, you know, just pay that person just a few, I would say at least tens of thousands, because that probably, because that person literally stopped a robbery by just, you know, standing up and saying, get out of here, or someone will call the police. Holds to his face, like, straight. How does someone even have the power to do that? That surprises me. I mean, if someone
yeah,
did...
a lot of people these days are, like, little bitches and shit, so...
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'll be sitting down under the cash register saying, no, here's this and that, get out of here.
Right.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's either that, you know, the manager was either, you know, a fairly depressed person, or they're just, you know, or they're just confident enough they could stop him. I know, right? I wonder if that person was 18 or not. If so, they're definitely gonna go far, in my opinion. How far do you think that person will at least go somewhere with knowing at least that thing, right? Yeah, the manager. Like how?
Where?
Maybe not a bank robbery. Mate. Haha, very funny. Is there anyone who works an overpaid job that gets highly underpaid? Because that's my example of one. Do you guys know any examples? Oof. What about you, chat? What about you, chat? Can you think of anyone who works an overpaid job who gets highly underpaid like that? Me? No, I don't get over or underpaid. I get no money. Wait, that does mean I get underpaid. Fuck.
When you realize you get underpaid.
I get so underpaid I don't get anything.
Damn. Damn.
I swear, like I said many times, I swear every now and then I'm not going to be those students like, oh my god, he said a swear. It's like, oh my god, I said a swear, I won't do it again. Like, you know, I'll do it as a joke. I won't do it to offend. As a joke, yes. I mean, it's true. I mean, at least half of you guys have to agree with that. If you're gonna swear, don't use it to offend. Use it for just natural things. Don't use it to offend. It's like, no. Just get out of here if you offend people with it. Well, so Tonic, imagine being... Right now I'm being so underpaid, they're not paying me at all. That's funny to think of, isn't it? I thought I was getting paid the average YouTuber until I realised I don't get paid at all.
Average YouTuber, I think, makes a lot.
I would say the average YouTuber earns... I'll definitely say the far majority of them are overpaid. There's a lot there is underpaid, in my opinion. Do you agree? Like, you know, who'll be a good underpaid YouTuber? Mr. Beast. Like, I don't care what...
Mr. Beast is not underpaid.
No matter what you say, he probably spends more money than he gets paid. He gets paid to help people. Don't you think that's at least he's highly underpaid if you're more happy to throw pretty much all of your money away to help people. The person who does that job, they're hella underpaid. Like, I don't care what you say, you know. And I agree. I mean, Mr. Beast, I reckon he deserves the amount of views. I said he doesn't deserve either higher or lower. He gets to go. Well, he deserves either, you know, what he gets right now or higher, you know. And he should get a lot more for what he does. That's at least my opinion. Yes, that's why I argue that Mr. Beast is highly underpaid. You know, for what he does, he supports a lot of people. He gives a lot of people money when they need it. How is he not underpaid? Like, you know, you guys can argue different. Like, he gets paid a lot more than you, fair enough. But, you know, for what he does, he's highly underpaid. There's probably a lot more YouTubers that gain a lot less than him that does the exact same thing, which I still argue they're overpaid.
I just wonder how he gets all this goddamn money.
His last video was running a marathon with the world's largest shoes.
Well, that was funny.
Yeah, I just watched it recently, so that's why.
Did they do the whole thing?
Wait, he did $1 million thing? Damn, wait. He literally... I mean, that's... I don't think the sponsor gave me...
$1 million worth of food to a couple food banks.
But still, the amount of food he gave is ridiculous.
Yeah, he fucking filled up their freezers with a bunch of proteins and meat and shit.
He even went as far as going for like vegan stuff, like, you know, like vegan burgers and all that.
Right.
That's how. Like, he's not only thinking about people who eat meat. He even got veggie burgers for those food banks, so people who are vegan and those eat. So, you know, isn't only a group of people, but when you think about it, he's thinking more than one group of people by doing that. By doing that, he's, you know, I guess you could argue he's supporting veganism. I guess you can argue, but I wouldn't.
In a way, yeah.
I wouldn't entirely agree.
He just did it for people that don't eat meat. Because he knows people have all have their own preference and shit, so.
Yeah, not only that, for what he does in his content, it's very impressive, because if you don't know, Mr. Beast has this thing about him where he can easily run out of energy. Like, have you seen how...
What do you mean?
Basically, he can run out of energy easier than the average person. So, you know, if I'm going to go out and run, he can lose energy faster than I can and you can. He can run out of energy faster than the majority of people right now. He just runs out of energy very quickly due to, I believe, is there a medical condition?
Might be not.
Yeah, so, you know, with his content, with that, I'm surprised he can put so much energy of it if he can run out of energy so quickly.
Alright. Is there a redstone in here? Oh, there we go. I need some redstone.
Mm-hmm. And that's because he's a great person, which I absolutely, this is my opinion, but I absolutely dislike the person, like, last year who said, oh, Mr. Beast is the worst person in the world, he's too strict or whatever. Like, have you seen that last year? Basically, one of his editors left, and a few months after when he left, even if Mr. Beast literally let him keep the house he bought for him, he pretty much completely dissed Mr. Beast.
The fuck?
I know. Like, you know, some people agreed, and, you know, there was evidence, which, you know, Mr. Beast videos, I'm pretty sure you're aware, they're not very well edited, right? And apparently
yeah.
he claimed that Mr. Beast would literally delete a project if it wasn't good enough.
The hell?
No, like delete it, like, oh, this video isn't good enough. Good enough, restart the whole project sort of thing. Which I don't personally believe that due to, you know, how low quality Mr. Beast videos are.
Alright. I'm gonna need fuck ton of you.
I mean, you know, they weren't good enough, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a picture gallery? Sick. It's can't. I mean, do you know how he earned his money previously? Basically, throughout his whole entire thing, like, how old is he now? Basically,
I just almost threw up.
this is what he said. Basically, basically he throughout his, you know, majority of his life as a, you know, 18 to 20 year old or whatever, he spent majority of money he was earning from a part-time job into Bitcoin and all that. And one day from which I believe at this point in time he spent somewhere around 50,000 on Bitcoin. And one day he got this lucky day, he realized Bitcoin was pretty much just off the roof, and off the roof is just massive. And suddenly, he, you know, turned all that to money, like physical cash, and he got millions from donating several years into Bitcoin. That's how he got majority of his money. So if that's how, well, at least that answers Phoenix's money. No, not many. Answer before, right? He got majority of his money currently from Bitcoin. Well, at least I said it. So so he's a very smart guy, which, you know, which there's only like a few people in this world which is smart and, you know, funny and good and all that.
He knows how to invest.
Oh yeah, by the way, Phoenix, can you unmute Tontic?
Tontic.
The only other person in the world I could think of right now that's smart and a good person and funny is Elon Musk. That's literally about it.
What's up, Tontic?
I mean do you know the Annika or Angel Battle Angel, whatever it is? You know that movie? He literally put it on a rocket and launched it. Like a $2 billion rocket or whatever, and launched it. It's ridiculous.
Someone's house got raided.
Okay. Still can't believe he got that lucky from Bitcoin though. Imagine if he. Yeah, he's very smart. Yeah, you can join. You just have to add me a Microsoft and add your Microsoft. That's about it. How far ahead was Mr. Beast thinking though? Like, you know, so being obviously, you know, putting stuff into Bitcoin, so was hoping something would happen from it. If so, how far ahead was he thinking?
Who knows?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like, you know,
The fuck
like,
is this?
I'll call
Oh my
Mr.
God,
B.
what do you need that
like,
much fucking sugar cane for?
Like, get, my game crashed.